you live from Edinburgh Baseball Stadium in the three-time All-American city of Edinburgh. This is Bronx Baseball. Tonight, the Bronx and Grand Canyon University Antelopes play Game 2 of this three-game series. Good evening again, everybody. Alongside Danny Elizondo, my name is Jonah Goldberg as we get ready for the start of this game. Of course, it seems like the last game just ended because it went 10 innings, but it really didn't go that long, about 2.5 hours. Bronx beating the Antelopes 2-1 in 10 innings, snapping a 7-game skid. How about Sam Street? Pitched his 5th complete game, going a career-high 10 innings, striking out 8 without walking anyone, and allowing just 4 singles, one of which was the infield variety. He retired 25 of the final 27 batters he faced, threw 83 of his 110 pitches for strikes, which is 75.5%. Now let's go a little deeper. Street has now thrown 686 of his 1,024 big numbers, I know, pitches for strikes this season. That's 66.99%, and there's a reason I'm going out 2 decimal places. Because what I do with my free time at 2:30 in the morning is investigate things. So I hired the Mosby brothers, and I discovered that 66.99% of pitches for strikes is a higher percentage than all but 8 Major League Baseball starting pitchers that qualified for the ERA title in 2013, meaning they pitched a minimum of 1 inning per team game, 162 innings. The only 8 who were better were Cliff Lee, David Price, Bartolo Colon, Jordan Zimmerman, Ishai Iwakuma, Cole Hamels, Adam Wainwright, Bronson Arroyo. You've got some Cy Young Award winners in there. But speaking of Cy Young Award winners, the 2 that won last year, Clayton Kershaw, the consensus best pitcher on the planet, and Max Scherzer, and a former Cy Young Award winner, Justin Verlander, as well as guys like CC Sabathia, Andy Pettit. You know, we can go on. They were below Sam Street. Street throws more strikes than Kershaw and Verlander and Scherzer. Holy, insert your favorite euphemism here.
He pitched fantastic last night, Jonah. And the thing that the strikes does for him and the defense, it allows the defense to be involved in the game and therefore keep them on their toes. And then the defense plays for Street, and it's just so much different. And the strikes, it just keeps the game, like we saw yesterday, 2.5 hours, go so smoothly.
When you throw strikes, you get outs. Yeah, you might give up some hits, but use your defense. Because if you're not throwing strikes, you can lull your defense to sleep, and then when they do have a chance to make a play, well, they might not. You had Victor Garcia Jr. coming up with 2 huge grabs of the only 2 hard-hit balls down the first base line. And Jesus Garcia made that great diving catch in the outfield grass. And the defense played really well. Sam Street was just Sam Street. I think that is the best way to describe it now, where if somebody is really good, he's a Sam Street. It was the first time in 2 years that a Bronx pitcher has gone more than 9 innings. Guadalupe Barrera, the last to do it, 10 2/3, May 5th, 2012. But that was in relief. It was the longest start by a Bronx pitcher since April 29th, 2006, when Dane Mason pitched 10 innings at Coastal Carolina. Of course, it may have all been for naught at Alex Howe. Not done what he's been doing best, and that's rake, as he took a kind of a hanging breaking ball in the middle of the plate on an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs in the 10th, served it into right center for a walk-off single.
Yeah, he's been the one that the Bronx have called upon when they need runs, and in those situations where the game's tight, they got runners on the bases, and he's the one that's delivered all season long, and he did it again last night.
One thing the Bronx did yesterday, and they'll do again today, is use the exact same batting order. You know, the Bronx had used 31 different batting orders in the first 31 games, and actually 61 straight different batting orders dating back to last season. But they're about to use a batting order, the same batting order for the 3rd straight game. And, I mean, just for even to use the same batting order 3 times in the same season, it's the first time since 2012 that's happened, so the Bronx are trying to find what they've been looking for there.
Yeah, you just gotta allow these hitters to get comfortable in those spots and let them figure out their roles in that lineup. And like the saying is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So, coach is going with it.
We'll take a timeout. Coming up on Bronx pregame, it's Coach's Corner. We'll chat with Bronx head coach Manny Mantrana. This is Bronx Baseball.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner. Jonah Goldberg with Bronx head coach Manny Mantrana. And, you know, it seems like every interview after a Friday game, it starts the same way, and it's going to start the same way again. Sam Street.
Once again, Sam was basically dominant, Jonah. It was a great pitching duel between, Sam and their pitcher. I mean, they matched pitch by pitch all the way through 9 innings. But when you allow 4 hits, strike out 8, and don't give up any walks, that's a dominating performance. And Sam was definitely dominating last night.
And even more impressive when you do that over the course of 10 innings.
You know what? He was so efficient. He threw 10 innings and only had about 110 pitches. You talk about efficiency. That was it last night. So we were fortunate that we scored in the 10th inning. I didn't have to make a tough decision whether to leave him in or pull him out. So hopefully tonight we'll score a couple more runs and get it over in 9 innings. Yeah.
Was there ever any doubt in your mind that if that game was going to go to a 10th that it was going to be Street?
No, it went 10. He was only at 110. We were definitely going to give him the 11th. That would have put him at about 120, 125-ish, depending on how the inning went. So the 11th inning was really going to be the decisive inning. So I'm just glad I didn't have to make that decision, and we were able to pull it out in the bottom of the 10th.
And he was never. He's rarely in trouble, but he gets 2 on in the 3rd inning, and they get into scoring position with 1 out. So what does he do? He gets a strikeout and a line out, and then even when he allowed the run, it was in the midst of a 5-pitch inning. Like, he's never in any kind of trouble.
Yeah, and you know what? Their kid really hustled down the line. We talked about it with our first baseman, letting him know that their leadoff guy can really run. It was a routine ground ball at first base most of the time. That should be an out, but he really got down the line, and Victor waited back on the ball a little bit. Which that was the reason that he got on in the first place. So you're right. He got into a little bit of the difficulty, but again, that's what makes him so good. When he's in trouble, Jonah, he finds a way to make pitches and get out of the inning without allowing too much damage.
And Victor certainly made up for that. There were only 2 hard-hit balls against Sam that I could remember, and Vic caught them both with great catches.
Yeah, Victor defensively he's really good, and he's only going to get better, Jonah. He's a freshman. He's going to get better offensively, defensively. So made some nice plays. He's made nice plays all year long, and he's just going to get better in the next 3 years.
And then your other Garcia, Jesus over at shortstop, the little sinking liner makes a diving catch right on the lip of the grass.
It was a tough play, exactly that. It wasn't very well hit. He got jammed a little bit, but it was sinking and it was on a line. So it was, he had to time it perfectly, and he did that. So even though it wasn't as sharply hit as the one that Vic caught, it was probably more difficult because he had to time the dive to make sure he caught it in the air perfectly, and Chewy was able to do that.
And then Alex Howe provides the winner.
Sure did, and it couldn't come any closer. 2 strikes, 0-2. And he hung in there really, really well against our lefty. The lefty they brought in from the bullpen is tough on left-handers. He's got a low 3/4 arm angle, and he really hung in there tough with that breaking ball, and got it to fall out in the outfield for the game-winning run.
What's it like when you see that ball drop and you know that you've won the game?
Well, it's always good. We've had some experiences where we're left out on the field, and that's not a good feeling. But when the ball dropped. Obviously in the 10th conference weekend, it was a great win. It was a great team win for our guys, and hopefully that'll give us some momentum going into today.
Had some aggressive calls early in some games, whether it be hit and runs or what I really liked was on 0-2, Brandon Rouse with the suicide squeeze.
You know what? When Sam pitches, chances are with any other pitcher we probably wouldn't have done it with 2 strikes. But with Sam, we know that a couple runs usually is enough for us to. The righty that they threw, Perez, was a quality pitcher. Had Brandon on 0-2. The chances were, in my mind, probably going to strike out. Brandon is a great bunter. He's been with us for 4 years. He understands the systems, the ins and outs, and he did a great job of executing the suicide, which put us on the board with, the only run we actually scored in 9 innings. So that was a big play, and, hats off to Brandon Rouch for executing the suicide with 2 strikes.
After using a different lineup in each of your first 30, 31 games, you're now using the exact same starting lineup for your 3rd straight game. You happy with what you're seeing?
You know what? They're beginning to kind of mesh together 1 through 9, and again, it goes down to the timely hitting. We've got some guys that we're hoping would hit a little bit better, Jonah. But we have to put them in the lineup because defensively, they're the best players we have. So it's a combination of defense, offense, and synergy between the players that are out there. But we're beginning. We showed some good at bats against a quality pitcher last night. I think we only struck out 4 times, and that's pretty good against that kid. So hopefully, we'll continue to get better offensively and put up some runs on the board.
Well, what are we going to see out of Blake English tonight?
Blake.
Back we are at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. So we get ready for first pitch of this game between the Bronx and the Antelopes. David Walker leading it off, a left-handed hitting left fielder against the right-hander Blake English of the Bronx. And English deals a first pitch fastball strike on the outside corner. And at 6:03 p.m. we are underway. English working from the first base side of the rubber. And the right-hander kicks, reaches back and deals. Fastball lined foul into the netting to the right of the Bronx dugout. Count is 0-2. Game time temperature 70 degrees, and that's exactly what it feels like. The wind, a non-factor. It's kind of blowing in towards the first base dugout, but it's only coming in at 10 miles an hour on this overcast evening. Pitch misses low, 1-2 on English. The temperature, it really is perfect. Perfect baseball weather, I think. It's not too hot, not too cold, not too wet, not too dry. Pitch in the dirt, skips away. Count 2-2. Defensively, Shane Ammon is in left. Evan Mason in center, Alex Howe in right, Alberto Morales at third, Jesus Garcia at short, Brian Ramirez at second, Victor Garcia Jr. at first. Brandon Roush calls the pitches, and the right-hander Blake English deals. Fastball popped foul to the left and out of play. It is still 2-2. This is a Bronx defense that's committed 43 errors in 32 games. For a .965 fielding percentage, they've turned 27 double plays. English turns, kicks, reaches back and deals. Breaking ball in the dirt. Roush slides to his right. Count goes full. Roush still getting used to everyday duty behind the plate. I think that's one of the first times we've really seen him slide for a ball, getting down on his knees for it. Shows they're starting to get more comfortable there. As English kicks and deals. Fastball, chopper left side. Garcia on the backhand, sets and fires to first for the out. One away. That'll bring up Paul Panachone, right-handed hitting shortstop, at 256, 3 doubles, and 9 RBI. Morales plays on the lip of the infield grass, pitch outside, just in case, respecting Panichone's speed. Walker had entered his at bat at 377, 476 on base. You've got to have the top of your order. Pitch a strike on the outside corner, fastball 1-1. Lights are on, taking full effect here. English deals, swing and a miss. Pulled the string, it's 1-2. The umpires today, Darren Steers behind the plate, John Wolf's at first, Wes Hamilton at third. As English deals, pitch fouled off to the right. We'll do it again. Bronx wearing their orange tops today with the pinstripe pants. They're white with green pinstripes. Green lettering UTPA across the front. White numerals on the back and green trim. Same white caps that they'll also wear with the green unis. As the pitch is popped foul. Right side, Garcia towards the Lopes dugout, but he runs out of real estate. It's 3 rows into the stands. And a bunch of kids go racing for it. We will do it again. English deals low with a fastball, 2-2. Caps are green with a white front, orange bill, green lettering UTPA on the front. Pitch is nubbed weakly over the mound, racing in from short. Garcia bare hands, fires wide. Infield single. For Penachone.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 30, the second baseman, Chad De La Guerra.
Once that ball got over the mound, Garcia never had a chance. If anybody was going to make that play, it would have had to be English. And, I mean, that would have been a tough play because that ball's a couple of feet to his right. So, I mean, he would have had to dive on the ball. Or if he had fallen off the mound dramatically to his right, which is incredibly unlikely for a right-handed pitcher and nigh impossible, that would have been his best chance to maybe kick it.
It was almost like a bunt from Panachone. It just went right past the mound, and the only play Garcia had at short was with a bare hand. Although it was a pretty good try there by Garcia. Just good wheels from Panachone.
And English steps off. Chad De La Guerra, the batter, lefty second baseman, 300 a homer, 18 RBI. Pitch, fastball upstairs. Panachone, a threat to go, 12 for 15 on the base paths this season. Throw to first. Diving back in head first safely, Panachone. Pitch fouled back. Bronx 12 and 20 this season. 10 and 6 at home. 2 and 5 in whack play. Throw to first. De La Guerra back in on his belly. Grand Canyon 15 and 13. 6 and 9 on the road. 6 and 11 overall away from home. They're 5 and 2 in whack. Throw to first and back in on his belly, Panachone. English deals, swinging a golf shot out towards right, carrying well. Howe back, and it's just past him. On one hop, Howe picks it up and fires it. On the third moves Panachone. Stand-up double, De La Guerra. And the Lopes are set up. Ducks on the pond with one out for Brian Kraft. Left-handed hitting right fielder. Kraft at 231. He's 9 for 39 with 3 doubles and 2 RBI. Base hit could mean 2 for Antelopes. Pinch in at the corners, play back up the middle. And the pitch outside. Ground ball to second or short will certainly get the run in. That's with a fly ball. Single would do it as well. Pitch is grounded up the middle and off the glove of the diving Garcia. It kicks out to Ramirez, and everybody's going to be safe. That's another single. So Panachone scores. De La Guerra to third. Infield RBI single Brian Kraft. And Antelopes lead 1-0. Here's Humberto Aranda. Right-handed hitting catcher, 391, a homer, 17 RBI. English deals. Pulled the string and Aranda out in front. English making his 10th appearance, his 6th start. He's 1-2 with a 3.82 ERA. 30 2/3 innings, 34 hits. About a hit per inning. Opponents banged 283 off him. He struck out 19 while walking 13. Just over 3 walks per 9. That's not bad. Pitch misses low and inside, 1-1 on Aranda. Last time out at Seattle, English lasted 3 innings. 6 runs, 5 earned. Start before that, though, pitched pretty well against New Mexico State. 1 earned in 6 1/3. Struck out 7. Pitch is lined to left field. That's a base hit. De La Guerra can walk home from third. Kraft round second. He's going for third, and he's held up there. And kind of jogged around the bases. Had he been running harder, he might have had a chance to score, but with 1 out, a fly ball would still take care of that, and certainly Aranda wasn't going any further than second. RBI double for Aranda, and the Lopes now lead 2-0. And Bronx head coach Manny Mantrana is coming out for a visit. Now the bullpen just started, but it is telling that it's Coach Mantrana coming out, not Coach Hennessy, the pitching coach. Matt Harrell is starting to throw. Now, he's not ready yet. They're not making a change. This is a conversation, pure and simple. The entire infield comes around.
Seems like right now, English is just getting too much of the plate. You tell him to throw strikes, but you can't just throw them right down the middle. So right now, the Antelopes are just slapping it around a little bit here and finding some green grass.
Garrett Jeffries, the batter, the lefty DH. Now the infield comes in with 1 out and runners at second and third. Jeffries, 303, double, two, triple, 6 RBI, and 33 at-bats, and he takes ball 1. English deals a fastball outside. Game started with a 7-pitch at bat to Walker, ended in a ground out. Panachone reached on an infield single, De La Guerra a sharp double, then Kraft an infield RBI single, Aranda a sharp double. So really only 2 well-struck balls, but it's led to 2 runs. Two-0. Fastball strike on the outside corner, 2-1. It's not fair to ask those 2 infield singles to turn into outs. It would have taken better than spectacular plays to do that. Two-one. Swinging in a pop-up, infield left side. Morales making the call, a couple of steps in, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 7, the first baseman, Michael Pomeroy.
Here's Michael Pomeroy, the 7th batter of the inning, and the left-handed hitting first baseman. Pomeroy 280, a homer and 14 RBI. And he looks at strike 1. English deals. Pulls the string on a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. English deals, fastball at the end of the bat, a fly ball down the left field line. Long run for Ammon, he's well out of space. 6 rows in and bounces onto the grassy knoll. Still 0-2. The right-hander deals, fastball high and outside, 1-2. Runner at third is Kraft, the runner at second, Aranda. There are 2 outs in the top of the first, 2 in. Bronx trail 2-0. English deals. Fastball golfed into right. Howe to his right to make the catch for the final out of the inning. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 2 left. At the end of half an inning of play, it's the Antelopes 2 and the Bronx coming to bat. This is Bronx Baseball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Back at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium with Danny Elizondo, I'm Jonah Goldberg. We go to the bottom of the first with the Bronx down 2-0. Chewy Garcia looks at strike one. The right-handed hitting shortstop, 270. 3 doubles, a triple, 8 RBI. And now that's ball one from the right-hander, Coley Bruns. 5-0 with a 2.35 ERA for Bruns this season. Pitch foul back to the screen. 7 games, 6 starts, 3 complete games, 46 innings, 37 hits, so 9 fewer hits than innings pitched. I can do math. Opponent's batting just 223 off him. He struck out 38 while walking just 9. Those are great numbers. Pitch, line drive, right center field, base hit. Leadoff single, Jesus Garcia. That'll bring up Victor Garcia Jr., lefty first baseman, 270, 5 doubles, 13 RBI.
So good at bat there by Garcia. The one thing you don't want to do after the other team puts up a crooked numbers, go down in order and allow the Antelopes to get in a bit of a groove. So it's a good start here for the Bronx in the bottom of the first.
It's getting a little foggy.
I think it's starting to mist, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what? I just felt a little on my arm. You're right.
Because my computer screen keeps getting some drops, and you're right, it does look a little foggy out there.
Wasn't supposed to be anything in the forecast, but got some low clouds, and maybe somebody shot some dry ice into them. Pitch outside. It can be done. Pitch is lined into left field. That's a base hit. And it gets a little down the line. Garcia headed for third. He dives in there ahead of Walker's throw. And Victor Garcia Jr. ends up at second base with a double. Well, the Bronx, a chance to answer right back. A base hit can tie the game. And here is Alex Howe, the left-handed hitting right fielder. Hal, the walk-off single last night, 343, 2 homers, 22 RBI. Here's the pitch. Fastball, misses outside. Pitch foul tipped at the plate. And the count 1-1. Runner at third, Garcia. The runner at second, Garcia. Nobody out. Bottom of the first. Base hit will tie it. Pitch a strike. Count 1-2. As the right-hander deals, fastball in the left-handed hitting batter's box. And the count is 2-2. Runs, deals. Fastball grounded to second. That'll get a run in. De La Guerra throws to first for the out. Garcia scores. Garcia moves to third. It's an RBI ground out for Alex Howe. And the Bronx within 2-1.
It's a nice at bat there by Howe. You don't have to do too much with it. You don't have to get a base hit to drive in that run. You just got to make sure to get that run in some way, somehow, and he did with that ground out.
Morales could do the same here, but he probably needs a fly ball as they bring the infield halfway, hedging their bets. Pitch, a fastball, strike on the inside corner. Alberto Morales, righty third baseman, 210, 2 homers, 15 RBI. Runs, deals, hit him. Morales is aboard. Got him with a fastball on the left leg. That does set up a double play for Grand Canyon. Brian Ramirez with some good wheels at the plate, 267, a homer, and 7 RBI. Runs, looks to third, looks to first, nothing doing. Defensively, David Walker in left, John Kealoha in center, Brian Kraft in right. Chris Lindmark at third, Paul Panachone at short, Chad De La Guerra at second, Michael Pomeroy at first. Humberto Aranda behind the plate. And Coley Bruns deals a fastball low to Ramirez. Defensively, 972 fielding percentage, 31 errors in 28 games, 26 double plays turned. Pitch, strike, fastball at the knees, 1-1 on Ramirez. The right-hander deals, swing grounder up the middle, racing it from short, Panachone. He throws to first in time for the out, but Victor Garcia Jr. scores from third. Morales moves to second. RBI ground out. Brian Ramirez and the Bronx tie the game. It's 2 apiece.
Bronx have showed here in the first. You don't have to get hits to drive in runs. You just got to get them in some way, somehow, and they've done that here.
Pitch, a fastball, strike at the knees to Edgar Cordon, the righty DH. He is 7 for 31 with 2 doubles, a triple, and 4 RBI. Runs, deals. Breaking ball outside. 1-1. The right-hander deals. Fastball, strike at the knees. 1-2. Run, steps off, looks to second. Morales back to the bag. So first base is the check-in clucking, second base is the rooster. So I guess third base would be the hen. And home plate is just a pitch. Unless somebody's trying to steal home and you're looking to throw them out. 1-2. In the dirt, it gets away and on to third. Moves Morales. So the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Cordone digs back in. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Runs down, Cordone down fishing. And that's the inning with the Bronx. Tie the game, 2 runs, 2 hits. No errors, 1 left. At the end of an inning of play, we're tied at 2. This is Bronx baseball.
2-2. Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hit. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. We go to the top of the second inning. Game tied at 2. John Kealoha leads it off for Grand Canyon, lefty center fielder. He is $178, 8 for 45 with 4 RBI. And he looks at ball 1. RBI infield single by Brian Kraft. RBI double Humberto Aranda in the top of the first. Bottom of the inning, RBI ground outs, Alex Howe and Brian Ramirez, and that's how the runs have scored. Bronx bullpen is back up. 1-0. Fastball strike on the outside corner. 1-1. I think it's Matt Harrell again. English deals. Swing and a miss. Missed the fastball off the outside corner. 1-1.
It is Matt Harrell.
Bronx not taking any chances. If English gets into more trouble, then they'll have the bullpen already ready to go. Pitch fouled off to the left. But, you know, obviously they hope that English settles down and gives them some length. Of course, normally you'd say, well, the Bronx won extra innings yesterday, so they really need to give that bullpen a rest. No. Street went all 10. But nobody likes to go their bullpen in the second inning. No. If you can avoid it, you do. Pitch in the dirt, 2-2. And English has certainly had some strong starts this year. We mentioned New Mexico State earlier. Think back to his dominating performance against Prairie View A&M back in the Al Ogletree Classic. 8 innings of 4-hit shutout baseball. 2-2. Line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Base hit. It gets down and heads towards the corner. Rounding first, headed for second. Kealoha. Throw cut off. Third double against English today. Now the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out in the top of the second.
Number 15, the third baseman, Chris Lindmark.
Chris Lindmark, the batter, lefty hitting third baseman. 273, that's 9 for 33, 2 doubles, 6 RBI. I think it's just fog. I don't think it's a mist. Because it is definitely, I mean, the visibility is a little lower. Bunt, right side, gloves by English, and there's nobody covering first base. English tried to make a lunge, but he wasn't able to make the tag. In the meantime, on to third. moves Kealoha.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 2, the left fielder, David Walker. Walker.
So bunt single for Chris Lindmark. English and Garcia Jr. from first both went for it. Ramirez couldn't get over to cover in time, so there's nowhere to throw to. English realized that, tried to make a tag. Wasn't able to reach Kealoha. So suddenly it's first and third, nobody out in the top of the second. A chance for more runs for Grand Canyon. Here's David Walker, who grounded out to start off the game. Pitch a fastball outside. Infield plays back. They'll try and turn 2. Garcia Jr. holds the runner at first. Pitch fouled off to the left.
And that's another
1-1.
Foul ball.
English deals. Bunt shown. Drawn back, ball 2. Throw to first, diving back and head first safely as Lindmark was 1 for 1 on the base paths this season. Pitch is bunted at down the first baseline. It's a Butte. Garcia Jr. gets it, looks to the plate, has no play. And it's a bunt RBI single. I mean, I guess. I mean, if he throws to first, he's got to play. I mean, he didn't even throw it. So
no, he was looking at home. I think that might have realistically been the only play he had. His momentum was bringing him towards the plate. If he stopped and turned to first, it would have been close with the left-handed batter in that at the plate.
We saw how fast Walker is yesterday, so there are no guarantees there. Seven hits today for Grand Canyon. 3 of them have been doubles, but the other 4 haven't left the infield. 2 bunt singles, 2 infield singles. And Grand Canyon leads 3-2. Yeah, you know what? Now it's starting to miss a little. I see what you're saying. Runner's fake to go. Pitch chopped to third. Morales steps on third for 1. On to second. Not in time. Fielder's choice 5 unassisted. Panachone is aboard. They get the lead runner Lindmark. On to second moves Walker.
Walker collided with Ramirez on his way to second, and still they couldn't get Walker at second base. That just shows how fast he is.
English looks towards second. To the plate and deals. Like it was a little slide piece. Strike on the outside corner. Chad De La Guerra, who doubled and scored in the first. So there have been 3 hard hit balls against English here, and we're in the second inning right now. But really, all the damage is coming courtesy of infield and bunt singles. Pitch in the dirt, and both runners advance. Count 1-1 on De La Guerra. Now a base hit means 2. Changeup misses outside. 2-1. Two one. Fouled off to the left and out of play. 2-2. It's just one out here in the second. A run is in. Antelopes leading 3-2. They've got David Walker with all sorts of speed at third. Paul Panachone, a burner in his own right at second. As English deals, fastball line to center field. That'll get a run in. Caught by Mason. Tagging from third, Walker, and he heads home. Throw comes into short. Panachone holds at second. Sac fly and an RBI for Chad De La Guerra. And the Antelopes now lead 4-2. Here's Brian Kraft, infield RBI single in the first, a lefty swinger. Pitch is chopped up the middle and through to center field, a base hit. Rounding third, headed home, Panachone. The throw comes all the way through, not in time. Holding it first with an RBI single, Brian Kraft. And the Antelopes now lead 5-2.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 42, the catcher, Humberto Aranda.
Just seems right now English is getting too much of the plate, and these hitters are just doing what they want with it.
Throw to first. Diving back in head first safely, Kraft.
I know we talk about throwing strikes, but you got to be able to put that pitch on the outside edge and make it a little bit more difficult. And you keep trying to place it there, but you keep getting too much of the plate, and you're gonna get hit around.
Fastball fouled off to the right and out of play. 0-1 on Aranda. Aranda kept the first with an RBI double. It was a 2-run first. It's been a 3-run second. 7 out of the 9 Lopes have already reached base, all via hit. Pitch low. They've got 8 hits total. Pitch fouled off, backing out of play, 1-2.
And that's another GNS Glass foul ball.
One, two, swing and a miss. Aranda down fishing. First strikeout for English, and that's your inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 1 left. At the end of an inning and a half, it's 5-2 Antelopes. You're watching Bronx Baseball.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. Go to the bottom of the second. There have been crooked numbers in every inning. And the Bronx trail 5-2. First pitch fastball from Coley Bruns misses outside to Shane Ammon. Left-handed hitting left fielder. Ammon 270, a homer, 7 RBI, and the pitch outside. Yesterday we had a ton of bagels on the scoreboard, and today it's been nothing but schmear. I mean, you got to put the schmear on something. Pitch outside, 3-0 on Ammon. Well, outside, ball 4, Ammon's aboard. He's a threat to go, 4 for 4 this year, and he stole double digits bases last year.
Now, yesterday we saw a lot of throwovers from the Antelopes. I wonder if that will be the game plan here today.
On this misty evening in Edinburgh, Brandon Roush digs in. Right-handed hitting catcher, 281. He's 9 for 32, 266 RBI, and he looks at strike 1. Throw to first. Diving back in headfirst safely is Ammon. Big rip and a miss by Roush, 0-2. Bullpen is sat down for the Bronx. I don't know if that means they're going to stick with English or if Harold's just ready. We'll find out in a few minutes. But for now, Ammon at first, nobody out in the bottom of the second. Bronx looking to get at least one of those runs back. Pitch upstairs. Runs deals, fastball, actually really a slider in the air, right side foul.
And that's another GNS Glass foul ball.
Still 1-2. Throw to first. Diving back in headfirst safely, Ammon. Runs deals. Fastball outside, 2-2. The right-hander sets at the belt, kicks, reaches back and deals. Hanging slider, line to foul, just missed it. Roush has been having some good at-bats recently, really all season. Throw to first. Diving back and head first safely as Bruns. Or Ammon, actually. That'd be weird if the pitcher decided to dive into the bag. Another slider, chopper to second, grab by De La Guerra. He tags the sliding runner and throws to first for the unconventional 4-3 TP. Ammon was right in, he knew he was going to get tagged by De La Guerra on the way by. So in an attempt to stop himself and avoid the tag, he kind of slid, but he was already too close to De La Guerra. Well, base is clean, 2 down. Here's the number 9 batter, Evan Mason. Lefty center fielder, 229, a double and 9 RBI. First pitch swing, lifts a fly ball down the left field line. Walker gives a chase and runs out of room.
That's another GNS last foul ball.
Pitch a strike on the outside corner, 0-2 on Mason. The right-hander deals, fastball low and outside, 1-2. Pitch in the dirt. Should be 2-2. Runs, deals. Fastball, strike 3 called. Mason down looking, second strikeout by Bruns. That's your inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 2 innings of play, it is 5-2 Antelopes. They are watching Bronx Baseball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Back we are at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We head to the top of the third, and with the play-by-play, here's Danny.
Thank you, Jonah. Jarrett Jeffrey's going to lead things off for the Antelopes. He looks at a breaking ball outside. 1-0. The Antelopes lead the Bronx 5-2 here in the top of the third. And for Blake English, he has to be able to put up a quick inning here as he misses outside with the fastball. 2-0 the count.
Well, Matt Harrell's up for the 3rd time today behind him.
Couple of innings that the Antelopes put up a crooked number on English, and you got to be able to stop the bleeding as that one misses outside. 3-0 the count. Now the 3-0 delivery. Outside, ball 4. And at this point, the mechanics for English are a bit off. And even on that 3-0 pitch, it Didn't look like what we saw in the beginning of the ball game, but
was his shoulder flying open?
I think so. That left leg as well.
As I know that was an issue against New Mexico State late in the game. He started off really strong, and then down the stretch, not as well because his shoulder started flying open.
So now Michael Pomeroy will step in. The runner on at first. He's 0 for 1 when they fly out to right. Sound misses just a bit outside. English stares in for the sign. Throw over to first, close, but Jeffries is back in there safely. Throw over again. Jeffries back in there on the belly. English stares in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a liner out towards second. The throw over to first, not in time as Ramirez snagged the liner and quickly relayed it over to first, but Jeffries with the head for a dive back in.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 29, the center fielder, John Kialoa.
So one away now for John Kialoa. He's 1 for 1 with a double. He also came in to score a run in that second inning. Wide open stance, batting left-handed. English stares in. Now steps off. Throw over to first, not in time as English trying to catch Jeffries by surprise. Here's the pitch to Kialoa. He shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a strike on the outside edge. Morales, after that flash of the bunt by Kialoa, now on the grass at third. Here's the 0-1, little dribbler out towards short. Garcia flips it over to second. Force out Jeffries on the only play they had. The fielder's choice for Kialoa. He goes over to first. Jeffries out 6-4.
Chris Lindmark.
2 down now for Chris Lindmark, who's 1 for 1 with a single. 2 down here. The left-hand hitting Lindmark steps in. Throw over to first. Not in time. The pitch misses inside to Lindmark. Ball 1. Ramirez playing on the grass at second base with a lefty at the plate. Allows him to get a little bit more range as the runner goes for second. The throw is in plenty of time. And they get Kialoa on the cut, stealing. Nice throw by Brandon Roush. And that'll do it for the Antelopes here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on in the middle of the third. Bronx trail 5-2. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We go to the bottom of the third. The Bronx trail the Antelopes 5-2. I'm Danny Elizondo alongside Jonah Goldberg. Bronx with 2 runs on 2 hits so far. As Jesus Garcia steps in, he's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored as he hits one high in the air out towards left field. Walker going back, still going back, and did he hold on? Yes, he did. He overran the ball, had to reach over his head to make the catch, and then he fell onto the grass, and he held on to keep Garcia off the bases.
Impressive.
Good hand-eye coordination going all the way to the ground. As Victor Garcia Jr. steps in. First pitch from Bruns is in there for a strike. Garcia 1 for 1 as well. He had a double back in the first, came in to score. As that one misses outside. Count evens at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 delivery gets Garcia in the leg. And Garcia is aboard with a hit by pitch.
Now batting for your Bronx, number 14, the right fielder, Alex.
So that'll bring Alex Howe to the plate. Howe drove in a run with the ground out back in the first. Throw over. Not in time.
Victor Garcia has now reached base in 8 of his 13 plate appearances on this homestand.
The reason Coach Ventrana moved him into that 2-hole. He looks at a fastball just a bit tight on the knees. Bruns looks in as he works out of the stretch. The 1-0 pitch catches the outside edge. 1-1 the count. Throw over. Not in time. Bruns now sets at the belt. The 1-1 delivery, high and away. 2-1. Throw over again. Garcia back in there safely with a dive. The 2-1 delivery, swinging a liner out towards left center field. Kealoha goes back. He's there to make the catch. He fires that one back in. 2 down now for Alberto Morales. Morales was hit by a pitch back in the first, was left stranded at third. He digs in with that right foot all the way to the back of the batter's box. Throw over to first. Garcia back in there safely. Bruns with another throw over to first. It's not on certain runners. It's on everybody they throw to first. There's another one over. There's a chopper out towards third. Grabbed by Lindmark. He goes to second. The throw gets away and goes into right field as Kraft picks it up. That'll be a fielder's choice E5, I believe. The throw from third was way off the line there. So runners at first and second out for Brian Ramirez. So Braun sets at the belt. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. Ramirez drove in a run back in the first. It was a 1-6-3 ground out. That drove in Victor Garcia Jr. from third. At the time, it tied the ball game at 2. Here's the 1-0. Fastball right on the outside edge. Evens and count out 1-1. Right now, the Antelopes lead the Bronx 5-2. Here in the bottom of the third. A couple of runners on with 2 outs. 1-1. Fastball, another strike on the outside corner. Count now, a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Ramirez down looking. And that'll do it for the Bronx here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits. 1 error and 2 runners left on after 3 innings of play. Bronx trail 5-2. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hit. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
We go to the top of the 4th here at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Danny Elizondo with you here alongside Jonah Goldberg. Chris Lindmark will lead things off. He was left at the plate as John Kealoha was caught stealing to end the top of the 3rd. Bronx trailing right now 5-2. Blake English goes out there for another inning of work. That one misses outside to Lindmark. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss right through the fastball. Count evens at a ball and a strike. English was able to put up a 0 in the top of the 3rd inning against the Antelopes. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball out towards right field. Howe going back, still going back, and he will get there to make the catch just shy of the warning track. 1 down here in the top of the 4th. Now back to the top of the order with David Walker. Walker's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. It's a bunt single back in the second. Came around to score a run in that second inning as well. English looks in. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just off the outside edge. English kicks and delivers. Fastball lifted high in the air over the left side and out of play. Count evens at 1-1 after the GNS Glass foul ball. The 1-1 delivery lined out towards first, grab by Victor Garcia Jr. 2 away now.
And he's got such quick reactions out there.
He does. I don't know. That's a pretty good glove out at first base. Saved a couple of runs yesterday. As Paul Panachone steps in. He's reached a couple of times tonight as he singled in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. First pitch to him, breaking ball low and away. English gets the signs from Roush. Here's the 1-0. Fastball lined over to the right side. That will slice foul. The count evens at 1-1 as Alex Howe picks up that foul ball and tosses it over to the side. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Off speed, just off the outside edge. Two away here in the top of the fourth. Bronx trail 5-2. A 2-1 delivery now. That skips to the plate. Count goes to 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Swinging it, pop up over to the right side. That's going to go out of play right by the concession stand here on the first base side. Count goes full now at 3-2. English stares in for the sign. Now here comes the payoff pitch. Breaking ball line back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Nice at bat there by Panachone. He's aboard to keep this inning going now for Chad De La Guerra. De La Guerra doubled in the first, drove in a run in the second with a sacrifice fly. Looks down to third right before stepping in that batter's box. Now the pitch tapped foul right behind home plate. Panachone takes his lead off of first. Victor Garcia Jr. holding him on. time. The 0-1 pitch. Hit high out towards left center field. A long run for Evan Mason, but he gets underneath and makes the catch. And that'll retire the side for the Antelopes here in the top of the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And 1 runner left on in the middle of the 4th. Bronx trail 5-2. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
We go to the bottom of the 4th here at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Danny Elizondo with you here alongside Jonah Goldberg. Edgar Cordon going to lead things off from first pitch to him. He gets plunked by Coley Bruns. And he is aboard to start this 4th inning. So that'll bring Shane Hammond to the plate. He reached on a walk back in the 2nd. Got to be able to take advantage of those free bases if you're the Bronx here. Bronx just 2 runs on 2 hits so far. Here comes the pitch to Hammond as he looks at a strike right on the outside corner. The 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball. Called a strike on the outside edge. Quickly 0-2. Hammond chokes up on the bat now. The 0-2 pitch is way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brandon Roush on deck over to the left side. The 1-2 from Bruns. Swinging a chopper through the left side and into left field for a base hit. So now 2 runners on for Brandon Roush. Roush grounded into a 4-3 double play back in the 2nd inning. Will he be dropping down a bunt here to move a couple of runners into scoring position? Or Coach Mantrana be trying or allow him to swing away? Roush digs in, couple of runners on, nobody out. Roush squares up. Spin move to second by Bruns. Lindmark at third, playing in on the grass. He flashes some signs to the rest of the infield. Roush squares up, spin move towards second, the throw not in time. The pitch gets away from Aranda. Both runners will move up. It's going to be a pass ball. It's a 1-0 count on Roush. Now with both runners in scoring position, does he swing away? The 1-0 pitch fouled back into the screen.
You thinking they might try to do that again? Another suicide squeeze like yesterday?
Well, it worked yesterday.
Certainly did. And Roush certainly has the bat control. And the infield is back.
There's a foul over to the right side, but...
And they did do it on 2 strikes.
But it was Ramirez at third at the time.
It's true.
Cordone's at third right now. Ramirez with a bit more speed than Cordone. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up and in. They want an appeal down to, well, down to second anyway. And palms down. No swing. That is John Wolf out by second. The 2-2 chopper out towards third. A diving grab by Lindmark. Cordone comes in. The throw on the first is in time. But Roush gets the job done. Gets the run in from third. And the Bronx now trail 5-3.
Now batting for your Bronx. Number 5, the center fielder, Evan Mason.
So now Evan Mason comes in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And there's a liner out towards center field. Caught by Kealoha. He fires it towards second. And Hammond back in there safely. Now back to the top of the order with Jesus Garcia, who's 1 for 2 tonight.
29, the shortstop, Jesus Garcia.
Garcia singled back in the first and flied out to left in the third. A base hit right here could mean another run for the Bronx. Bruns brings the pitch. Fastball called a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1. Swinging a liner over to the right side. Into right field. Kraft comes up. They're going to wave the runner around third. The throw is offline. And Ammon is in there safely. An RBI single for Jesus Garcia. And the Bronx now within 1 at 5-4.
Now batting for your Bronx, number 17, the first baseman, Victor Garcia Jr.
I believe with that hit, if I'm not mistaken, both runs now become earned. So the throw goes over to first. Not in time. Throw over once again. Garcia back in there safely. Braun sets out the belt. Here comes the pitch. Fastball right on the knees. Throw over, not in time.
No, the first run is earned. The second run remains unearned.
Now the 0-1, chopper out towards third, just foul. Quickly 0-2 here on Garcia. Now the 0-2 pitch, fastball high and away. 1-2 the count. Five to 4 is the score. 2 runs in for the Bronx in the bottom of the 4th. Bronx trail by a run. He's tying runs on at first. So there's a chopper out towards second. De La Guerra has it. He flips it over to first and in time. And that'll retire the side for the Bronx. They do get 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on after 4 innings of play. Bronx trail 5 to 4. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We go to the top of the 5th, and with a play-by-play, here's Jonah.
Thank you, Danny. First pitch from Blake English to Brian Kraft, a strike. Bronx within 5-4 after getting 2 in the 4th, also 2 in the 1st. Grand Canyon 2 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd. Brian Kraft 2 for 2, couple of singles, pair of RBI, and he whiffs through a changeup. It's 0-2. Blake English has really settled down after a rocky start. Throw up a couple of zeros. Pitch is chopped left side. Garcia in on it, grabs it on the hop, fires to first for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Humberto Aranda. 1 for 2, an RBI double in the 1st.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 42, the catcher, Humberto Aranda. Aranda.
English kicks, reaches back and deals. Fastball up high. English, 81 pitches, 51 strikes. So about 20 per inning right now. It's a little better than his original pace of about 27 per inning after 2. This pitch is in the air down the right field line, a long run for Howe, and he makes the catch in front of his body. 2 away. That'll bring up Garrett Jeffries. He popped out in the 1st and walked in the 3rd.
21, the designated hitter, Garrett Jeffries. Jeffries.
English deals. Fastball hit on the ground between 1st and 2nd into right field, a base hit. No, 2-out single for Jeffries. He's 1 for 2. Then we have Michael Pomeroy He's the only hitless Lope today. He's lined out to right and he's lined out to second. English deals. Curveball inside. Throw to first, diving back and head first safely, Jeffries. Swing and a chopper right side. Gloved by Garcia, but foul.
His range is just amazing sometimes. He lunged and he started in fair territory, but once he caught it, he was in foul territory. But wow, to be able to make that grab, it goes to show you something about his range.
Be a 1-1. English deals, fastball outside. Much to the chagrin of some of the umpires in the stands. 2-1. English deals, fastball hit hard between third and short into left field, a base hit. On to second moves Jeffries. So back-to-back seeing eye singles for the Antelopes with 2 outs in the 5th. Now a base hit means a little more breathing room for Grand Canyon. And here's John Kealoha, who doubled to lead off the 3-run second, scored a run, reached on a fielder's choice before getting caught stealing to end the 3rd. And just like that, the Bronx bullpen is busy again.
And once again, it's Matthew Harrell starting to throw.
4th time he's been up. This pitch is in the air out towards right field, fairly deep. How back a few steps to make the catch. The final out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, we're halfway through it. Bronx trail 5-4. You're watching Bronx Baseball.
It's the Red Tack Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tack cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tack Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Hey, the sun just came out. Or we lowered the filter on our camera, but that's too technical. So the sun came out despite the clouds and the fact that it's nighttime. Back at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium, bottom of the 5th, Bronx down a run. And Alex Howe takes ball 1. Howe 0 for 2, but he drove in the Bronx first run with a ground out in the 1st. Pitch, a fastball outside. Two-0, right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Fastball outside, 3-1. Right down the middle for a strike, 3-2 on Howe. Leading off the bottom of the fifth. And the right-hander Bruns deals. Fastball fouled off to the left. We will do it again.
And that's another GNS last foul ball.
67 pitches, 42 strikes through 4 Bruns. Payoff pitch, fouled off to the left and out of play, and we're going to do it again.
And that's another GNS last foul ball.
The right-hander deals, swinging, there's a fly ball out towards right field, carrying well, Kraft back towards the track, he reaches up and picks it out of the air for the first out of the inning.
Now betting for your Bronx.
Here's Alberto Morales. He was plunked in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in third. So 0 for 1. The right-hander deals, fastball strike on the inside corner. Pitch misses low and outside. Pitch is smoked to left field. Walker back and he dives and can't come up with it. It drops in near the track. On to second base with a hard hit double, Morales. Boy, when he makes contact, he doesn't get cheated.
No, he doesn't, but the left fielder in Walker was trying to make the case that he caught it, but the third base umpire, Wes Hamilton, quickly gave the safe sign as to say that the ball hit the ground. And Morales cruised in there with that double.
Brian Ramirez, the batter, he can tie the game with a single, and he takes a fastball down the middle for a strike. Ramirez, an RBI ground out in the first, a strikeout in the third. As the right-hander Bruns deals, fastball outside. 1-1. Bronx making a little bit better contact against Bruns in this inning. Howe took him for a ride to start the inning. Morales smacked the double. And the 1-1 swing, and there's a liner past the diving Lindmark into left field, the base hit. Morales holds at third as the ball gets back towards the infield. It gets away, and Ramirez moves to second. So give Ramirez a single. See how he moves to second. I mean, that throw got away. I think that's the reason he advanced. And it kind of bounced in the dirt. And then as it went to the mound, Ramirez went. So I think that's an E7 there. So 2 on, 1 out. A base hit can give the Bronx the lead. Here's Edgar Cordone, 0 for 1. Plunked and scored in the 4th. Runs, deals. Half swing and a breaking ball couldn't hold. Couple hundred umpires in the stands don't think that he went. But only one man's opinion counts. It's 0-1. Runs, deals. Fastball stays high. 1-1. Run steps off. Right-hander deals. Fastball is a chopper, left side. That'll get a run in. And Schoen throws to first for the out. In the meantime, Morales scores. And Ramirez moves to third. It's an RBI ground out for Edgar Cordone. And we are tied at 5. Bronx are really taking advantage of RBI groundouts today. They've got 4 of them. Pitch low to Shane Ammon, who's reached base twice. A walk, an infield single, and a run scored. Ammon scored in the 4th on the only non-RBI groundout. It was an RBI single by Jesus Garcia. The right-hander deals. Fastball fouled off to our left and off the sweets. 1-1. One. Fastball outside. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Big rip and a miss. 2-2 on Ammon. Ramirez 90 feet away with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 5th, a run in. Game tied at 5. Runs, deals. Fastball poked foul down the third baseline. As right-handed action begins for the Antelopes in their bullpen beyond the right field wall. Here's the pitch. Swing, there's a little golf shot out towards right center field. It drops in for a base hit. Ramirez scores the go-ahead run on an RBI single by Shane Ammon. The Bronx lead 6-5.
The catcher, Brandon Roush.
The Antelopes have a couple of pitchers warming up. A lefty and a right-hander. They have Sebastian Valenzuela throwing, as well as Malcolm Purdy. Valenzuela the left-hander and Purdy the right-hander.
And after stalling for some time with a players' meeting on the mound, Now a coaching visit. And a call of the bullpen. I'll let you know who's coming in when we come back. Bronx lead 6-5, 2 outs in the 5th. This is Bronx Baseball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Alongside Danny Elizondo, I'm Jonah Goldberg. We are in the bottom of the 5th. Bronx leading 6-5 with 2 outs. A runner on. Brandon Roush against Malcolm Purdy. First pitch swinging. Hits it to short. Panchone, nice play to get the force for the final out of the inning. So the Bronx get 2 runs, 1 earned on 3 hits, 1 error, and they leave 1. At the end of 5 innings of play, Bronx lead 6-5. You're watching Bronx Baseball.
The 2-2, well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field, a base hit. Bronx win! Bronx win! Bronx win!
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. Go to the top of the 6th, and the Bronx have their first lead of the game at 6-5. 9-1-2 in the Grand Canyon order against right-hander Blake English. 88 pitches, 56 strikes. And he deals strike one to Chris Lindmark. 3 straight bagels thrown up by English after giving up 5 over the first 2. He settled down in a nice way. Bullpen still up behind him just in case. Pitch outside. Still Matt Harrell. There's a strike. 1 and 2. Harrell's basically thrown 5 innings, I mean, he's been up in every inning except the 4th. He's matched English almost pitch for pitch today. Pitch in the dirt, 2 and 2. Luckily, he was a starter at the start of the season. Pitch misses high. It's 3 and 2. As English deals fastball outside ball 4, he walked and the leadoff man's aboard. Gonna bring up David Walker. We roll over the order for the 4th time. Walker is 1 for 3, a bunt RBI single and a run scored in the 2nd. Well, the Antelopes got 2 in the 1st. Infield RBI single Brian Kraft, RBI double Humberto Aranda. In the 2nd, 3 more. The bunt RBI single by Walker, sac fly by Chad De La Guerra, and an RBI single by Brian Kraft. Throw to first, diving back and hit first safely Lindmark. The Bronx got 2 in the 1st. RBI ground outs by Alex Howe and Brian Ramirez. 2 in the 4th. RBI ground out by Brandon Roush. RBI single Jesus Garcia. Then 2 in the 5th. RBI ground out Edgar Cordon. RBI single Shane Hammond. Throw to first. Woo, was close.
That was close.
Lindmark 1 for 1 on the base paths this year, and they check again. Nice thing is the fog is mostly broken up, and whatever mist we had earlier in the game is gone. Now that I've said it.
Here you go.
Yeah, right? No, actually, so far, so good. If it turns out I have jinxed us, then I will first acknowledge it, apologize, and then request a pay raise. Because if I have the power to affect the weather, I am not getting paid enough.
I might be in the wrong business, too. So.
Yeah, I could become the greatest meteorologist ever. Like, what kind of weather do I feel like tomorrow? Fastball outside. Want to know the count on Walker. Throw to first. Man, Lindmark's back again. A second pitcher has joined Harrell in the Bronx pen. English deals a fastball low. That Padron?
Yep. Andrew Padron.
English deals. Fastball strike down the middle, 2-1. And English steps off. English deals. Bunted that down the first baseline. English off the mound, fields, and throws to Ramirez, covering in time for the out.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 3, the shortstop, Paul Panachone.
We'll give him the sack. Although he was bunting for a hit, let's be honest. Technically, when a guy's, you know what, the mist has returned. I don't believe that.
Time to put in for a pay raise.
Technically, when a guy bunts for a sack, you don't have to, or bunts for a hit, you don't have to give him the sack, even if that's what it turns out to be. But I mean, why not? So the tying runs in scoring position with 1 out for Paul Panachone. 2 for 3. Singled twice, one of the infield variety, and he scored twice. Pitch is on the ground to short, gobbled up by Garcia, who throws on a hop to first, and Garcia can't pick it out. It heads towards the Lopes dugout. That allows Lindmark to score. So that's an E6.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 30, the second baseman, Chad De La Guerra.
A two-base error at that. Here's Chad De La Guerra. 1 for 2. Double and a run scored in the first, sac fly in the second. This game is now tied at 6. That takes Coley Bruns off the hook. He was in line for his first loss of the season. Now he'll get a no decision. Runs went 4 2/3, 6 runs, 5 earned on 7 hits, a walk, 3 hit batsmen, 3 strikeouts. English deals a fastball outside. Pitch line foul down the first baseline. 1-1. The go-ahead runs at second. That's Panachone with 1 out in the top of the 6th, and the game tied at 6. It's funny the juxtaposition between last night's game and today's game. Last night 2-1 in 10. Today it's 6-6 in the 6th. The 1-1. Fastball lined off the end of the bat, foul to the left, 1-2.
That's another GMS Glass. Foul ball.
One-two pitch. Fastball fouled off, straight back and out of play. Still 1-2.
Foul ball.
Base hit can give the Lopes the lead. 1-2. So there's a fly ball out towards left center. Ammon moving to his left to make the catch. Makes the catch with his glove at the hip side. Panachone holds at second.
Now batting the Antelopes, number 5, right fielder Brian Kraft.
Here's Brian Kraft, who's 2 for 3, a pair of RBI singles, one of the infield variety. The run in the inning unearned. Anything that scores in this inning is unearned, but it counts the same on the scoreboard. It's the only place that matters. English deals, curveball strike, splits the plate. Jesus Garcia comes over from short for a talk with English. English deals. Fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-2. The right-hander deals. Taps foul at the plate. We'll do it again. Well, it all started with a walk. It often does, doesn't it? Lindmark drew a 6-pitch walk on a 3-2 pitch. Sacrificed over to second. And then an errant throw by Garcia trying to grab a routine grounder to short. It was in the dirt. Garcia Jr. at first couldn't make the pick. It went to the Lopes dugout, allowed Lindmark to score. Now Panachone at second. He's the go-ahead run. It'll be an 0-2 to Kraft. English deals a fastball outside, 1-2. One-two. Swing! And I missed strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball in the dirt. That is strikeout number 2 by English. That's your inning. An unearned run, no hits, an error, 1 left. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, we're tied at 6. You are watching Bronx baseball.
Brave and bold, silver and gold. We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Back we are at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg, bottom of the 6th. And the game tied at 6. 9-1-2 in the order. Evan Mason leads off, lifts a fly ball to left. David Walker is right there to make the catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs now for Malcolm Purdy, who came on to get the last out of the 5th. Purdy will now deal with Jesus Garcia, 2 for 3, an RBI and a run. Making his 10th appearance, Purdy 1-1 with a 3.09 ERA. 11 2/3 innings, 11 hits. Hit per inning, opponents batting .268 against him. Struck out 4 while walking 3. Well, it's a contact pitcher. That's fine. Pitch a strike. Andrew Padron continuing to warm for the Bronx. First time we've seen a pitcher warming while the Bronx have been hitting, suggesting that Padron could be on his way in for the 7th. Pitch a strike on the inside corner, fastball 0-2. Oh-2 curveball. Drops inside, 1-2. One-two. Fastball inside. 2-2 on Garcia. Pitch, fastball inside, 3-2. Purdy comes set at the letters and deals. Fastball hit weakly on the ground to short. And Chion bobbles it. And Garcia's aboard, E6.
Back for your Bronx, number 17, the first baseman, Victor Garcia Jr.
There's Victor Garcia Jr., 1 for 3, doubled and scored in the first. Throw to first. Diving back in, hit first safely, Garcia, who's 12 for 6. Check that, 7 for 13 on the base paths this season. Pitch misses low. Garcia doubled in the first after Garcia singled. So you had the Garcias at second and third, and that set up Alex Howe's RBI ground out, and then a batter later, Brian Ramirez, an RBI ground out. So the Bronx got their first 2 runs. At the time, the game was tied at 2. Now it's tied at 6. Pitch chopped to second. De La Guerra has 1 play. That's at first for the out. Jesus Garcia, a little too fast over to second, plus the ball wasn't hit hard enough to turn 2. So, runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Bronx take the lead with a hit here, and here's the man to do it, Alex Howe. He of the walk-off single in the 10th yesterday, 0 for 3, but an RBI ground out. The first. Purdy taking forever and a day, so Howe calls time at the plate. Fastball inside to Howe. The pitch. Fastball, striking the knees. 1-1. Fastball inside. 2-1. Jesus Garcia at second, 2 down, bottom of the 6th. Game tied at 6. Base hit, you give the Bronx the lead. Alex Howe digs back in. And the right-hander Malcolm Purdy taking too long again, so Howe calls time. The 2-1. Swing, and there's a fly ball out towards right field, towards the line, and it doesn't get caught! Coming home to score is Garcia. Howe motoring to third base with an RBI triple. And the Bronx lead, 7-6.
Now batting for your Bronx, number 13 at the hot corner, third base, Alberto Morales.
Just out of Kraft's reach. The Bronx lead 7-6 and a chance for more. So Alberto Morales steps in. First pitch, breaking ball strike on the inside corner. The 0-1. Fastball strike on the outer corner. 0-2. Base hit means another one for UTPA. Heck, a wild pitch, a fastball, an error. They'd all do it as well. As Purdy deals. Fastball strike 3 called on the very inner corner. Boy, did that strike zone expand during that at bat. Morales down looking. And that's your inning. An unearned run on 1 hit, an error, and 1 left. At the end of 6 innings of play, Bronx leads 7-6. This is Bronx baseball.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium alongside Danny Elizondo. I'm Jonah Goldberg. We go to the top of the 7th. The Bronx lead 7-6, and with the play-by-play, here's Danny.
Thank you, Jonah. Bronx have a new pitcher in Andrew Padron. He takes over for Blake English, who is in line for the win. The first pitch from Andrew Padron to Humberto Aranda is in there for strike one. Padron working out of the windup on that first base side of the rubber. Aranda steps out, calls time. Padron on the season making his 12th appearance out of the or for the Bronx this season as the breaking ball misses just off the outside edge, 1-1. Padron is 1-2 with a 2.36 ERA. He has one save in 26 and 2/3 innings of work. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a tapper foul over to the left side, 1-2. He's allowed 7 runs on 22 hits, 9 walks, 10 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .227 against him. His last outing was against Texas A&M Corpus Christi on April 2nd. Pitched a perfect inning. Time called at the plate. Padron stands in at 5'11", 160 pounds, out of McAllen, Texas. He went to Nicky Rowe High School. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, just a bit off the outside edge. Good looking pitch right there from Padron. Bronx leads 7-6 here in the top of the 7th. They have 7 runs on 8 hits. They committed 1 error. Grand Canyon 6 runs on 11 hits. They committed 3 errors. It's time called at the plate yet again by Aranda. The 2-2 pitch. Off speed stays high. Now the count goes full. At 3-2, Blake English went 6 innings. He allowed 6 runs, 5 earned on 11 hits with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a chopper out towards third. Grabbed by Morales in foul territory. So Aranda will come back and look at another pitch from Padron. The payoff once again hit high in the air over on the first base side, but in foul territory. That will head into the seats for another Gin S. Glass foul ball. Aranda steps back in there. Roush flashing the signs to Padron. And Aranda steps out. Here's the payoff pitch again. Swinging a liner down the left field line. That will hook foul into the grassy knoll on the third base side. Padron trying to hold on to this 1-run lead here in the top of the 7th. Padron sets on the pitch. Kicks and delivers. Chopper out towards third. Goes foul yet again.
Heck of an at-bat. First at-bat for Padron in this game, and he's already thrown 8 pitches.
I'll tell you, this Grand Canyon lineup, they do that very well. They take their at-bats deep into the count. It's a payoff pitch once again. Little blooper out towards the right side. Howe coming on, and Howe is there to make the catch. One away here in the top of the 7th. Now for Garrett Jeffries.
Number 21, the designated hitter, Garrett Jeffries.
Jeffries is 1 for 2 with a walk and a single tonight. Drone kicks and brings the pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Jeffries batting left-handed. The 0-1 line down towards third. Backhanded by Garcia. Fires on a first and in time. Nice play by Jesus Garcia at short, 2 down. And that'll bring Michael Pomeroy to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a single.
The first baseman, Michael Pomeroy.
Padron gets the sign. Here's to the pitch. Fastball right over the heart of the plate, taken for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike on the outside edge. Good pitch right there by Padron. Here comes the 0-2. Swinging a chopper over to the right side. Ramirez has it on the outfield grass, flips it over to first and in time. And Padron gets the Antelopes in order here in the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. In the middle of the 7th, it's stretch time here at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Bronx leads 7-6. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Tell me, Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
We go to the bottom of the 7th here at Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Danny Elizondo with you here alongside Jonah Goldberg. Bronx leads 7-6. As Brian Ramirez steps in to lead things off. The right-hander, Malcolm Purdy, still on the mound for the Antelopes as he delivers a fastball right over the heart of the plate, taking for strike 1. Purdy with the 0-1 pitch. Line down the right side. That's going to be a fair ball. That'll ricochet out in that right field corner. Picked up now by Kraft as Ramirez goes in with a sliding leadoff double. Nice piece of hitting right there by Ramirez to go the opposite way.
Number 26.
He's now in scoring position as the Bronx try to play add-on here in the 7th. That'll bring Edgar Cordon to the plate. He's 0 for 2, but he was hit by a pitch in the 4th, came in to score a run, and also drove in a run in the 5th with an RBI groundout. Now with a chance to either move Ramirez over or drive him in with a base hit. Here's the pitch from Purdy, a fastball right on the inside corner. Purdy working on that third base side of the rubber. Now Cordon showing bunt. Pulls it back and takes it for a strike right on the outside edge. Purdy sets at the letters. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside, and Cordon wisely lays off. Ramirez takes his lead off at second. The 1-2. Chopper over to the right side. Goes out of play. Ramirez will head back to the bag at second base. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bronx lead 7-6. A runner in scoring position in Brian Ramirez. Led off the inning with a double. The 1-2 pitch now to Edgar Cordon is swung on and missed. Ball in the dirt. Miranda will pick it up and fire on to first to complete the strikeout. That's one away now for Shane Ammon.
23, the left fielder, Shane Ammon.
Second strikeout of the night for Purdy. Ammon will dig in there. He's 2 for 2. A walk, a couple of singles, a run scored, and a run batted in. The pitch to Ammon. Tied on the knees, ball 1. The Bronx trailed at one point in this ball game, 5-2. They added 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and then regained the lead in the 6th. As Ramirez heads for third, but slapped foul. The bat of Ammon, hit and run put on. Count evens now at a ball and a strike. The Antelopes have a left-hander warming up in their bullpen. Sebastian Valenzuela. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Ammon. Breaking ball underneath the knees. 2-1 the count. Brandon Roush on deck over to the left side. Spin move towards second, the throw not in time. A 2-1 pitch. Swinging a dribbler out towards short. Grabbed by Panachone. He fires on the first. And in time, but with a play behind him, Ramirez moves over to third now with 2 outs.
Now batting for your Bronx, number 10, the catcher, Brandon Roush.
Roush grounded into a double play in the second, drove in a run with an RBI ground out in the fourth, and then ended the fifth with a fielder's choice. So he now steps in with a runner at third. Base hit gives the Bronx another run to add to their 7-6 lead right now as the pitch to Roush is swung on and missed, strike one. The 0-1 pitch from Purdy. Breaking ball right on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, a little dribbler on the first base side. Purdy has it. He's gonna tag out the runner. And that will do it for the Bronx. Here in the bottom of the seventh. No runs, one hit, no errors, one runner left on. After 7 innings of play, the Bronx lead 7-6. We'll be back for more Bronx baseball after this break.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hits. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We go to the top of the A. Danny Arizona with you here alongside Jonah Goldberg. Bronx lead 7-6. John Kealoha will lead things off for Grand Canyon as Andrew Padron brings the first pitch. Fastball stays high. 1-0. Morales at third, in on the grass just in case of the bunt. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, and he gets Kealoha on that right leg. He is aboard to lead off this 8th inning.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 15.
And that'll bring Chris Lindmark to the plate. Lindmark is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk and a run scored tonight. Roush is going to call time and now flashing signs to the infield. Morales still expecting the bunt. He's in on the grass. Throw over to first, not in time. Padron out of the stretch, checks his runner. Throw over. Once again, not in time. Padron looks over, flips it over once again. Trying to keep an eye on Kealoha at first. Kealoha just 1 for 3 on the season. Now the bunt attempt is fouled at the plate. It's an 0-1 count here on Lindmark. Trying to get Kealoha into scoring position here. Runner on, nobody out in the top of the 8th. Bronx lead by a run. Lindmark squares up. Fastball is high from Padron. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. Runner goes towards second. The throw is in time. Another perfect throw from Brandon Roush, and Kealoha is out at second. That one was also called a strike on Lindmark.
He's nailed 2 runners today as Roush. Grand Canyon's testing him, and Roush is passing with flying colors.
So now the base is clear, 1 away. Padron taking his time to get back on that mound. Now he looks in for the sign. The 1-2 pitch, off speed, just a bit outside. Count evens up at 2-2. A 2-2 delivery. Fastball just a bit under the knees. They want to peel down to third, palms down. Says Wes Hamilton. Now the count goes full.
Well, I agree with that part. I don't think he went. But that wasn't the problem.
Yeah, that was a pretty pitch by Padron. Padron on the first base side of the rubber, kicks in, brings the payout pitch, a swing and a high fly ball out towards center field. Mason going back, still going back, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Now back to the top of the order with David Walker. 1 for 4 tonight with an RBI single back in the second. Padron wants a new baseball. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top of the 8th, Bronx leads 7-6. The pitch from Padron. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Now the 0-1. Chopper back up the middle. Ramirez has it to throw, not in time. That'll be an infield single for Walker, and he shows off that speed yet again.
The shortstop, Paul Panachone.
So now Paul Panachone steps in there. He's 2 for 3 tonight. A couple runs scored, a couple singles. He has reached all 4 times. He reached on an error back in the 6th, though. Steps in there with a runner on and 2 outs. Padron now out of the stretch. Throw over. Not in time. Walker 12 for 16 in stolen base attempts this year. So he's a threat to go. And here with 2 outs, you wouldn't think he would be going, but you never know, as that one is fouled over to the left side of the bunt attempt by Panachone.
I think I'd send him. And then a base hit will tie the game. Take your chances. I mean, he's got speed. I mean, I know Roush is throwing out 2. But Walker's, I think, the fastest player on their team.
Padron will throw over to first again.
And at the same time, you could also look at it and say, well, he's already thrown out 2. What are the odds he's going to throw out 3? Then after he throws out 3, well, what are the odds he's going to throw out 4? And if you're wrong, you still have the heart of the order due up in the 9th.
Here's the 0-1. Let the hand here over to the right side. A long run for Howe and Ramirez. Will they get there? No, they won't, as that one will go into the grassy knoll on the first base side.
Foul ball.
Count goes to 0-2. So now Padron needs 1 strike to get out of this inning. Padron steps off. Padron stares in for the sign. He'll step off yet again. Sets at the belt. Now they're over to first. Not in time. Still an 0-2 count here on Paul Panachone. The 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Panachone down looking, and that will do it for the Antelopes here in the top of the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. In the middle of the 8th, Bronx leads 7-6. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Danny Elizondo with you here alongside Jonah Goldberg. Bronx leads 7-6. Evan Mason going to lead things off. Mason is 0-for-3 tonight. The pitch from Malcolm Purdy is on the outside edge for strike 1. The 0-1 delivery, breaking ball, Tight on that lead hip. Count will even up at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a tapper to the mound. Purdy has it. He'll run it halfway to first before flipping it over to Pomeroy. That's one down. Now back to the top of the order with Jesus Garcia. Garcia's 2 for 3. Couple of singles, couple runs scored. Run batted in. Here's a pitch from Purdy. Tries to bunt his way on, and that is a foul ball. One away here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 0-1. Tapper to the mound. Grabbed by Purdy. He will run it over to first again. Flips it over to Pomeroy. 2 away. Now Victor Garcia Jr. comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2, a double, a run scored. He was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. Digs in there, nobody on, 2 outs. The pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 1. The 0-1 delivery, a fastball. Misses outside. The 1-1. Breaking ball. In there for strike 2. Good looking pitch right there from Purdy. Could almost say it's a Purdy pitch.
You went there.
Yeah. Purdy sets at the letters. Here's the 1-2. Fastball just a bit under the knees. 2-2 the count. Now the 2-2 delivery. Breaking balls fouled at the plate. Garcia just got a piece of it to stay alive. Alex Howe on deck over to the left side. The 2-2. Chopped foul into that first base dugout. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 once again. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Garcia gone looking. And that'll do it for the Bronx here in the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. After 8 innings of play, Bronx leads 7-6. We head to the 9th. We'll be back with more Bronx baseball after this break.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back to Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. We go to the top of the ninth with the Bronx leading 7-6. And with the play-by-play, here's Jonah.
Why, thank you, Danny. It's 3-4-5 in the Grand Canyon order against Bronx right-hander Andrew Padron, who's pitched 2 scoreless innings thus far, an infield single and a hit batsman, the only blemishes. He's struck out 1. Chad De La Guerra leads it off, 1 for 3, double and a run in the first, a sac fly in the second. He's flied out twice since, and now he pops up in the infield. Right side. From second comes Brian Ramirez to make the squeeze. And there's 1 away. That'll bring up Brian Kraft. He's 2 for 4, a pair of singles, a pair of RBI. Bronx looking to put together back-to-back wins for the first time since the Arlington Baptist series when they swept 3 straight, March 7th and 8th. Bronx looking to win their first WAC series. And Padron deals a strike to Kraft. Took 1 out of 3 against New Mexico State, swept by Seattle U. And Padron trying to finish it up, looking for his second save. Trying to give Blake English his second win. Pitch is hit in the air to left. Ammon back. He's under it to make the catch, and they're 2 away.
Now batting for the Antelopes, number 42, the catcher, Humberto Aranda.
That brings up Humberto Aranda, 1 for 4, an RBI double in the first. He struck out, flat out, and lined out since.
Pinch hitting for Aranda.
Check that.
11, Charles Wagner.
Charles Wagner pinch hitting. Left-handed hitter. He pinch hit yesterday also. Wagner 233, 7 for 30, a double and 3 RBI. Padron steps off. And the pitch. Right down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. Time call at the plate. Wagner digs back in. Bases clean, 2 down in the top of the ninth. The 0-1. Off speed outside, 1-1. Bronx bullpen is silent. This game belongs to Padron. Become such a valuable piece out of the bullpen. Made a couple of good starts early in the year as well. Such an important addition. As Padron kicks and delivers. Fastball grounded foul at the plate, 1-2. And the Bronx are a strike away. Crowd getting loud. Here's the 1-2. Foul back to the screen. We'll do it again. Padron deals. Swing and a miss. This game is over. This one belongs to the Bronx. A 7-6 victory for the UTPA Bronx over the Grand Canyon University Antelopes. The win goes to Blake English. He's 2-2, 6 innings, 6 runs, 5 earned, 11 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. The loss, Malcolm Purdy. He's 1-2. Purdy went the final 3 1/3, gave up an unearned run on 2 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Save number 2 to Andrew Padron, 3 scoreless innings. He struck out 1 while giving up 1 hit. Recapping the scoring for you, Lopes got 2 in the first on RBI single by Brian Kraft, RBI double by Humberto Aranda. Bronx got him right back in the bottom of the inning, RBI groundouts by Alex Howe and Brian Ramirez. In the top of the second, 3 for the Lopes. RBI bunt single David Walker, sac fly by Chad De La Guerra, and another RBI single by Brian Kraft. That's when the Bronx offense took over. In the bottom of the fourth, they put 2 on the board on an RBI groundout by Brandon Roush and an RBI single by Jesus Garcia. In the bottom of the fifth, an RBI groundout by Edgar Cardona, RBI single by Shane Ammon. After the Antelopes tied the game up at 6 in the 6th on an error, Bronx took the lead back with 2 outs in the 6th on an RBI triple by Alex Howe, which made the final score 7-6 Bronx. 6 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors, 8 left on for the Antelopes. 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 7 left for the Bronx. Time of the game, 2 hours and 54 minutes, as seen in front of a crowd of 514. Danny, your player of the game.
I'm going to go with Andrew Padron tonight. Came out of the bullpen, which had been a big question mark coming into this series. He had a 1-run lead, pitched 3 scoreless innings to nail the win down for the Bronx, and he's my player of the game.
The Bronx win their 2nd in a row, putting together back-to-back wins for the first time in nearly a month, as they improve to 13-20, 3-5 in WAC play. The Lopes fall to 15-14. They are now 5-3 in WAC play. The Bronx and Antelopes will do it again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pre-game coverage begins at 12:50 right here on 956sports.com. If you're in the Valley, gates open at 12. We'll see you here. Bring 4 non-perishable food items. Help us strike out hunger. We'll let you in for free. And then, of course, you have a family of 4, 16 non-perishable food items, and so on and so forth. Well, that'll do it for us from Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in. It's been a presentation of Bronx Baseball. For more information, you can log on to utpabronx.com. If you ever want to reach us, send an email. Contact info is up on the website under Inside Athletics. Click on Staff Directory. But for now, for my partner in crime, Danny Elizondo, Matt Maciel, who has already taken down the camera, and Jack Fallow, wherever you are. This is Jonah Goldberg saying good night from Edinburgh Baseball Stadium. Bronx win 7-6.